Well, all right, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA, Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangsta Chronicles. Ew.
Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Ew.
Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your average show.
You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Steel.
This is strictly from the streets.
Hello.
We represent the J's.
It's just that easy, but, you know, what he's saying is, you know, you never know when you step outside, but you got to be ready for whatever when you step outside. You know, when you get up, you might run into that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That want to be that motherfucker.
Yeah, you got to exercise, man. Listen, man, I always practice exercise. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what I did in prison, I exercise every chance. Whether I'm in the box for 3 years, exercising. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. I'm getting it on with the cops and all kind of shit. You got to be fit. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting it on outside. You know what I'm saying? With you know, whoever I got some issues with and all that. I mean, you got to be able to be right. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be, you can't just have that thing in your hand and all that. You might have a big dude. You know what I'm saying? Grab you up and just shake you up a little bit. You got to be ready for all that. So I always practice physical. You know what I'm saying? You always got to stay right, man. A couple push-ups a day or something. When you get up and all that, when you bust a nut or whatever, do some push-ups or something, man. Like, you know, but do them. You know what I'm saying? Do some push-ups and all that. Fuck that. When you by yourself, work out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, that shit come a long way.
Yeah, man. Now check. I got a question for you. With you coming from the environment that you came from and jumping straight up into the music industry, kind of like how you did, James, was it weird to you at first?
What was that?
Like, you coming from the environment that you come from, you know, being cool with Fat Joe and all, you jump head on into the music industry when you get out, right?
Honestly, you know what? When I first came home and shit, man, like, my mind wasn't on. I wish my mind was on music, like off the rip a long time ago. Because that, if that would have been, you know, if that would have been it, then you already know shit would have been different. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But my mind was, I was in the street, man. You know, I went to the fairs and all that shit. I was playing around. I was jumping. I came home. I was going on the road with punting them, just jumping on the plane and get up with them for a day or two and then bounce back and do what I do. I went to prison for extorting half of the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? The whole South Bronx and all that. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? I was out there doing other shit. So, you know, so I was playing around with that. I ain't had no music shit on my mind. Mike Beck, you know, let her rest in peace and shit, you know, one of my artists and shit like that. He was one of my guys' cousin and shit like that. When I came home, they didn't want me in the halfway house in the Bronx, so they took me I had to go to Brooklyn, to Myrtle Ave. You know what I'm saying? So I went to Brooklyn and all that, and you know, Brooklyn, you know, my guys from Brooklyn and all that, you know, people started coming to see me and all that. And one of my dude's cousin and shit like that, he's a rapper, but he was a street guy. Mike Beck, rest in peace and shit like that. And he was like, yo, Pistol, you strong as fuck, man. You know, we out here representing Kilo Rats and all that. You know what I'm saying? You out here, you know, but like, you know, I rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm outside to you and all that. And I was like, and what I did, I came and I opened up Kilo Rats Entertainment. I signed them to Koch Records. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And instead of me doing the Khaled, what Khaled did, we was all signed to the same label. The difference was that what I did was, instead of me going and making records with all the artists that I knew and making songs and putting them together and all that shit and make an album, right, like the Pistol Pete Kilo Rat album, I decided to sign 4 local guys from different boroughs and all that and put the hood on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went out and I looked and motherfuckers hit me up, yo, Pistol, yo, this guy here from, and I converted and I put them all together and I made Kilo Rap Mafia. You know what I'm saying? Killer Rap Mafia. So that was the vibe when they was together, but they were solo artists, all of them. I signed 4 dudes and then made Killer Rat album. I made a Killer Rat album, came out on Koch Records, on, you know what I'm saying? The name of the album is Joe Crack, Pistol Pete, which should present Fat Joe, Pistol Pete presents Killer Rats, you know what I'm saying? And I had everybody on that motherfucker on album. Bunch of features on there. You know, like everybody on it. You know, it was all love, but what I did, I gave these brothers an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? They was out there hustling and doing their thing and all that, but they was also great artists, so I put them on. And I put them all together and all that shit, and I made an album and shit like that. And at least they be able to see, you know, tell their kids and all that, yo, listen, man, I have an album that came out and all that one time, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I know one of the things is, it's hard to leave the streets, man. It's hard to do both. It's almost impossible.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So is that some of the struggle you was having? With trying to live both, like trying to live both sides of the street?
Yeah, I didn't even think about the music. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't even thinking about it. At the pun time, pun days, I wasn't thinking about no music at all. I was extorting drug dealers, man. You already know. I was focused. I was getting that chicken, man. Like, it was great. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really had to do much.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I went to jail. I was like, feds came to get me and all. I was like, what the fuck am I couldn't understand what I was going to jail for. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I was like, why am I going to jail? Like, I'm extorting a bunch of niggas from the hood.
That's doing wrong anyway.
Like, shit.
Like real shit. Like,
them niggas
I never thought about
Exactly.
that. I told myself, man, I would never, ever, ever go back up top. I said, I ain't never going up north because I'm a type of brother that I go up north doing, it could be a violation. I turn that shit into 10 years. You know what I'm saying? It's hard as fuck for me to come home, man. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in prison, man. So I'm like, fuck no, I ain't never going up top. Right. So I'm thinking, you know, here I am. We getting that chicken in the hood and all that. I mean, how could I ever think that I'm gonna go back to prison? I mean, in my mind, I'm like, I'm good. I mean,
like I'm fucking with the niggas that they don't like, so I should be good.
These niggas getting money, they getting bread. I'm coming over there collecting 10, and then I had the team, everybody collecting. I put everybody on, man. Like I told you, man, I'm from the peoples. We gotta eat. You see niggas around me and all that, we eating, bro. We ain't gonna have no nigga with $2 that we gotta drop him off at the end of the day and all that at his house and all that by his baby moms or anything. I'm not doing none of that. Like, you around me and all that, you gotta get into something, do something. We gonna get you some bread. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. We try to lift these brothers up and all that. Now I do that. See, I used to do that back then and put them on and have them collect the rent. Now I switched it up. Now I got a whole team. My whole team, my engineer could be my son, man, 23 years old. My other engineer, 30 years old, could be my son. My camera guys, everybody that travels with me is my same crew. They all 25, I put all these, you went to school for that? Let me try it, let's get it, let's go. Let's get you that bread, let's go. And I keep the same team. You already know. Loyalty, man. You know what I'm saying? You'll know, I practice that shit, man. Put your peoples on, you know what I'm saying? Loyalty above everything, man. So I put all my little team, it's the same motherfuckers I've been fucking with, man. My producer that's right here, you know what I'm saying? This is my studio. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. You know what I mean? Like, we focused and we built shit together. We grind together, the same crew. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I never had a fucked up crew. You know what I'm saying? Because when I came home, sometimes, like I said, when you loyal, and sometimes you be fucked up. You be fought by being loyal. You be all the time. You fry for being loyal to everybody. Putting this, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes your family is the first one that fucks you, first one that robs you, first one that be disrespectful. You know, I take them to a jewelry shop. I'm not around. They take something from the jewelry shop. I go to a car dealer and get caught and get a whip, get 2 whips. They love me. They're your pistol. You know, all the love. Everywhere I go is all love. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when I leave, these niggas steal the computers. You know, like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, it's a bunch of dumb shit.
That's not what we do. You feel me? So I'm not saying that I never had a bumpy roads. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers play they suck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You put motherfuckers in their place, and you try to guide these guys, but the family sometimes it's the first people that violate you, man.
Exactly.
In every way.
Finally get a chance to let the